Hello, hi everybody. I'm Meera again here in front of you to guide you to be expert in IELTS reading skills. IELTS reading, which is really very easy. I don't know why so many students find it very difficult. Just 2 days back, I received a call from a girl who was quite afraid of reading. She scored 8 bands in listening, 7 in writing, and 6.5 in speaking. But in reading, she scored only 5.5. Yes, 5.5. And she was very much afraid that, ma'am, she was asking to me, ma'am, again and again, ma'am, can I score second time in reading? Okay, ma'am, can I score only 6 bands in reading? Yes, of course you can. Just follow all the tips. Just follow all the tricks, all the ways to do reading. Yeah, of course, I'm going to explain all these tips in this video. Reading is that much easy that you can score even 9 bands. Okay, before sharing the tips for making your reading easy, first let me tell you some basics of reading. Basics of reading, there are 3 passages for academic students and 5 for general students, and 40 questions for everybody, and of course 1 hour for solving these questions. And questions means types of questions remain same for academic and for general. Like in listening also the types of questions are same. Just three types of questions are in reading, not in listening. That's, of course, I'll tell you. First type is true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given, or sometimes we call it accurate, inaccurate, not given. Many students say that true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given are in reading only, not in listening. No. It's wrong. Many times in listening also these types of questions are there. And second type is MCQ. MCQ, multiple choice questions means. And the third type is fill in the blanks. Fourth, summary. Fifth one is flowchart completion. Sixth one is table completion. Seventh one, labeling diagram. Eighth one is list of headings, or we call it titles also. Those are not in listening. And next, reverse headings, again not in listening, only in reading. And last one is matching. Of course, we get sometimes, rarely in listening also. Now, here I have some easy ways. Those certainly, if you follow with full confidence, with great practice, you can be dexterous, you can be skillful, you can be expert in reading. But please do practice. And after following these tips, after following these ways, I assure you, you'll never say negative for reading. Rather, you will say, just comment to me after following these tips. You will say that, ma'am, now reading is very interesting module. Okay, my first magical way to crack IELTS reading, to be expert in IELTS reading, is the time management. Manage your time, answer your questions in 60 minutes, not answer your questions only, but transfer also your answers in those 60 minutes. Many students who are very much expert in reading, they find it easier to give answers to the reading questions, but they are still not able to get their bands just because of The reason that they cannot manage their time. Because of that reason, they are unable to score even 6 back. So, for the time management, I say first have a glance on the passages and the questions. Of course, 3 passages for academic reading and 5 passages for general reading, and be positive. Just message to yourself that all the answers are, all the questions are, all the passages are very easy. I can answer them very correctly, and be positive. Many students find it useless. They say they think this is time waste. No, no, this is not time waste. It's my experience. Because just think, only with a positive thought, you can do skimming and scanning. You can give your answers correctly. Skimming means just go through the passage with your fast reading and extract the keywords, extract the words, those indicate the answers. With this positive thought only, you can score better in your reading. Trust me, it's my experience. Just try following it. It's not a time waste. Anyhow, 2 approaches, those I was talking, different students follow. Okay, number 1, some candidates, what they do is that they read the passage first, then the questions, and then they start solving their questions. But I say this method is good for only those people, only for those students who can retain the information, who can have the information, who can save that information in their head. Right? But on the other hand, some students follow the other trick that they first read some questions, then they just scan the passage, find out the location, mark the keywords, and then they get the answer. Both these ways are useful for different types of questions, particular kinds of questions. First way is useful for list of headings, reverse headings, and matching. This is my experience. Because majority of the time, the answer of these questions are not in sequence. We have to read the whole passage many times. And the second way is useful for other kinds of questions like true, false, not given, fill in the blanks, summary, and MCQ means multiple choice questions. Because maximally the answer to these questions are in sequence. And how to solve these questions individually, of course, my videos are coming soon. One more mistake that students normally do, and this mistake is that they avoid the instructions. They don't read the instructions, they don't mark the instructions, and in hurry they just jump to the questions. So this is again silly mistake, because reading instructions is as much necessary as reading questions. Suppose you don't read the instructions. Whether instructions means the instruction says that give your answers in 1 word, 2 words, or 3 words, or give your answers in word or number, and you avoid it and jump to the questions in hurry. So obviously, instead of word, you'll write down number. Instead of 1 word, you give your answer in 2 words. So then it's wrong. Obviously, it's wrong. So by following what I had just said to you before, in this video, you can solve your time management problem and can manage your time. You can solve the biggest issue of time. But there are some mistakes. Those I call silly mistakes, and one of them is spellings. Yeah, in listening, if you write down wrong spelling, I can understand. That you don't know the spellings that you have. That's why you have transferred the wrong one. But why in reading? The spellings of the answer, the spellings of the word are given in the passage. So here, the mistake is fully yours. You are not fully careful. You are not fully attentive. So by being fully careful, by being extremely attentive, you can avoid this mistake and can have increment of 1 or 2 bands. Easy. And the last very common mistake normally students do. Of course, again silly mistake. And in hurry. They always give me excuse, ma'am, I was in hurry. But the mistake, okay, let me tell you the mistake. The mistake is singular and plural. They just in hurry, they just avoid and write down in place of singular, they write down plural. And instead of plural, they write down singular. So the result is they get big cross. For example, the answer is kitchen curtains. And instead of curtains, you have written kitchen curtain. On the other hand, the answer is the door. So instead of door, you have written the doors. So of course, big cross is yours. So be careful. Be careful and just read carefully. The answer is singular or plural. So at the end, only one thing I would like to say you, follow all the tips, get your required bands, increase your reading bands, make your dreams true, and then contact us. Contact us on 9998201 or our mail ID edumaskots127 @gmail.com.